Hello, collective. I wanted to do a reading. I felt extremely led to do a reading. Like it is very needed at this time. So something that I've become aware of is how much spiritual attacks is happening right now in the collective energy. And how this has been disguised and heavily masked, heavily covered by the enemy. So yeah, I want to read a little scripture that was shown to me yesterday. So this is Psalm 67. May God be gracious to us and bless us, and make his face to shine upon us, Selah, that thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving power among all nations. Let the peoples praise thee, O God, let all peoples praise thee. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou dost judge the peoples with joy. I'm sorry, I think I read that wrong. Let me restart. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou dost judge the people with equity and guide the nations upon earth, Selah. Let the peoples praise thee, O God. Let all the peoples praise thee. The earth has yielded its increase. God, our God, has blessed us. God has blessed us. Let all the ends of the earth fear him. Verse 68, let God arise. Let his enemies be scattered. Let those who hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, so drive them away. As wax melts before fire, let the wicked perish before God. But let the righteous be joyful. Let them exult before God. Let them be jubilant with joy. Sing to God. Sing praises to his name. Lift up a song to him who rides upon the clouds. His name is the Lord. Exult before him. Father of the fatherless and protector of widows is God in his holy habitation. God gives the desolate a home to dwell in. He leads out the prisoners to prosperity. But the rebellious dwell in a parched land. I could keep going. These next few verses, I was reading through them last night, like through verse 63, or sorry, 73, just really spoke to me. Wow, so yeah, the enemies are going to perish. There's been a lot of attacks going on, and a lot of stealthy energy that has been trying to conceal itself, trying to hide itself. God sees this, God knows this, and now that the collective is aware of this as well, we can be ready for this. We know what to do with this information. So I'm just getting this heavy message to cut these enemies out. this, it's an entity, and it is similar to entities that the collective has faced in the past. Or it's similar, these people are similar to the same people that you've experienced in your past. This is for a reason. They carry the same entity. And I'm hearing that it is finally being completely and fully handled. That this battle has completely swiped this enemy off the map. They have no place in our energy. This has been a final closing out of a chapter of abuse for many in the collective, for toxicity in any form, and yeah, Spirit is now ready to bring in the collective's abundance. I've been hearing that abundance is coming in for a very long time now, and it is finally here. The collective has chose the correct actions, made the correct decisions to fully clear this entity out, and this has made a way for the blessings, made a way for the abundance, because this entity was pulling off of the collective's energy, wanting to share in the abundance of the collective, share in that prosperity that the collective was getting little bits and pieces of, but they knew, the full amount was coming in, and that's what they were involving themselves in the collective's lives for. Also, if you're wondering why I'm bouncing, I have a baby, and so keeping him calm, So yeah, it is wild, the masks that these people can curate for themselves, and that, just that this entity could be in another form, it's wild. So very, very thankful to have just finished this spiritual battle, won this spiritual battle, and just cleared that negative energy out of the collective. Spirit, if you please join us in this reading for the collective energy at this time. What do we need to know about this situation, about these enemies? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, they were offering gestures of love, what appeared as love. They wanted to paint themselves as sincerely caring for the collective, caring for you, that they wanted to help you out, that they wanted to send you these gestures, these offers, but I'm seeing on the back of the deck, they were shallow, they were fake, actually, and they were, in a sense, very much so, to bait the collective into continuing to share their energy with them. This is something that many of you may have experienced, is people trying to bribe you with monetary substance, such as gifts or physical items, because that is the only way that they know how to stay in your energy. So these things where you may have thought that this was coming from the heart, coming from them caring and genuinely wanting to help you out, genuinely wanting to give to you, these things were transactional. They were so that they can stay in your energy and harvest off of your abundance, because the collective's abundance is different than money. It is not of the 3D. It is in all forms. It is mental, emotional, physical. It is love. It's unconditional love. It's an overflowing cup, and that is something that cannot be taken away, I'm hearing. And that's why this is different than anything that our enemies can even imagine or dream up. When they see this, it's like the Holy Grail. I mean, it's priceless. It truly is. And so just the fact that people would try and, I'm getting the imagery of like throw money at something that is eternal, something that is priceless, something that is like on a God level, is just disrespectful. Is disrespectful. So God, Spirit is not happy. Spirit is not happy with these people and the way that they have approached this time in our lives where we are starting to receive our blessings, and it is becoming very clear who our enemies are, because they want to mooch off of this. They are now, investing, but not investing out of love, investing out of a hopes that they can gain financially, energetically, to take what is not theirs. Because I'm hearing they chose a path of not divine, not righteous energy. They chose a path of 3D, worldly intentions, and they're seeing how that path has panned out, and they're seeing that all they are capable to receive is monetary success, and they're seeing the toll it takes on their energy and how not worth it is. And they're looking, when they see this beautiful, shiny, vibrant energy that crosses their path, that enters their life, they're trying to take advantage of that. They are really showing their true colors of that they would do anything to get in God's graces, essentially. They're trying to, buy their way into heaven. They're trying to sneak their way in. Yeah, it's a very sneaky, unjust energy. And it's very sad because these people paint themselves out as being philanthropists, being workers for the divine, spiritualists, and have created such a facade that they are this good, loving person that is doing all of this from the goodness of their heart, and really, for some of you I'm hearing a lot of you have climbed up the ladder in society, have high roles in society, and disguise themselves by working for organizations or constructs that are meant to serve humanity and be based in love and unselfish desires, although they are doing all that they are doing from selfish desire and are completely ego-driven, are completely money-driven, money-hungry, but have found this deceptive way of how they can receive the most clout, the most attention, have the most connections in society, and receive great money, great wealth, while being under the disguise of helping people. And I'm hearing that some of you, if you're relating to this, are a spiritual assassin, you're a spiritual investigator of the divine, and this is not your first rodeo, this is not your first time being placed in an organization like this. These are like secret societies, cults, covens that are not working for the divine, but are disguising themselves as working for the divine. And so, as a collective, we are placed in these different obstructions, I'm hearing, in order to reveal them, to shed light on them. I'm getting the symbolism of to pull the curtain from these people. So like in the Wizard of Oz, when the wizard behind the curtain, Toto, goes over and pulls the curtain from exposing the wizard. That's the same exact thing that's happening here. And I actually had an experience like that where one of my cats pulled, this is pretty wild, but pulled my curtain down and like exposed my home. And I'm understanding the symbolism behind that right now, and how that's how these enemies feel. They feel exposed. They feel like their mask has been ripped off. And that's what the collective is doing. That is what the collective is meant to do. That's one of the collective's roles here on Earth, is to expose the darkness with the light. So yeah, Let's get some more cards out here. Spirit, what do we need to know about this situation, please? Yeah, they wanted a part of this Ten of Cups, this beautiful dream life, this abundant, beautiful family life that the collective has cultivated for themselves. This is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but not necessarily a pot of gold. It's the Ten of Cups at the end of the rainbow. Like, it's an overflowing abundance, and they wanted to see how the collective does this, has gotten here. But not only that, they wanted to take it for themselves, because at the end of the day, they don't want to put in the work and do that. They just want to see how they can have that same thing for themselves, by taking it, by stealing it. Yeah. They wanted to make the collective feel left out in the cold, to feel abandoned, to feel stripped of any type of abundance, any type of wealth, to feel in poverty, to feel injured. There was also a lot of spiritual attack going on of that same nature, of trying to cause these feelings or experiences. And Spirit's saying, just know that you are completely and fully protected. There is nothing the enemy can do to affect your blessing. You earned it. It's yours. It's fully yours. They were trying to destiny swap. They were trying to project their spiritual poverty that they experience onto the collective, and have the collective feel that any type of physical lack that they may have been in was a reflection of spiritual lack, which was meant to affect the collective's view of their spiritual journey and how much work they've put in to get to where they are, their character, their view of their self-worth, of their heart, of the love that they pour out into the world, and try and affect that mentality of, well, if I am experiencing physical lack, then it must be from a spiritual lack. This is completely untrue, and although I'm hearing that you've seen through it the whole time, it was a challenge at moments to push past those mentalities, to push past those doubts that the enemy was trying to place into your mind, and to understand that your payout's coming, that your reward is coming, and it doesn't matter how many people, how many enemies may try and make you doubt that. It doesn't matter. You're still receiving your blessing. None of their efforts can change the fact that you chose the path that you did. You put in the work that you did. You've helped the collective in the ways you've helped the collective. You are a divine spiritual assassin, a employee of the divine. None of their acts or attempts changed that. Yeah, they wanted to display quick energy, We have the Eight of Wands, quick, fast energy, in and out. This is actually what kind of revealed that they were an enemy, though. Things started to not add up. Their energy became, I'm hearing that they weren't able to put in the same energy that they were in the past to try and make the collective feel as if they were there for them, genuinely, 100%, that they had their back. Things came up in their lives that caused them to not be able to invest the same amount of energy that they were investing in the collective. And this caused the collective to look at this and see why the dynamic between the two of them had shifted, why that would be. And it's because things were starting to catch up with them. They weren't able to go over and beyond to try and fool the collective into placing them in a higher authority or rank than they deserved to be in. They were neglecting things in their lives, not doing their job correctly in order to take the energy away from other people that they were meant to be helping and placed it on the collective. They favored the collective, but not out of a just reasoning. It was to try and bribe the collective. And I'm hearing that as quick as they were in and out of our lives is as quick as we're going to be out of their lives. Many of you have a strong cutoff game. I'm sensing that very heavily, and this is not something that comes easy or that you take lightly. It's something that has been developed, a skill that has been developed over time, that has been necessary for your spiritual health, for your protection, I'm hearing. And yeah, don't feel bad about that. Spirit completely backs you. And for those of you that may be a bit doubtful of whether you should cut off this energy, Spirit 100% wants you to know that this is going to be worth it no matter what, no matter who they are, no matter how many connections they have in this 3D world, or their rank in this 3D world, or how many resources they may offer. None of that matters. We work for the divine. We work for God themselves. Nothing tops that. Spirit will provide. Spirit will provide way more than this earthly figure, no matter what their rank is here on earth, can provide. So, yeah, Spirit's just saying, do not even give that any energy. Cut this person off. If you need to view it, they are a demon. They have an entity attachment. And this is necessary, not only for your health, but your dependents, your family, your loved ones, and the collective, the world. We're not just going through these things for no reason. It is for our own spiritual evolution, and also for the evolution of the collective, for the healing of the planet. That's what we've come here for. We've all done this before. We've done this in past lives. We know how to do this. It's for our spiritual evolution here in this incarnation, but it's not only for that, because we've done this before. We're just relearning so that our vessel here and now understands. But the true reason is the healing of the collective. That's why we've come here. And that's why each individual is working on their own circumstances, their own areas of the world, so that together we are healing the entire planet by revealing these enemies and revealing these dark forces and giving that energy to God, so that God can transmute that, reallocate that, however they see fit. Yeah, I think that's very important in terms of God can decide how they want to approach each situation and see what kind of judgment, because God is the judge, they want to instill upon each case. Yeah, so we got the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So yeah, they wanted to take our abundance. They wanted to appear as they were giving to the needy, giving to those that were lacking in the physical realm. They wanted to appear as this generous, this figure that was doing this out of the kindness of their heart. But in fact, they were making the collective feel as if they were overburdened, that they were less than, that they were below them, and that they would never reach their same level. So I'm hearing no matter how much physical resource they may try and provide for them, it would never amount up. The damage they were doing to the collective damage, I mean, it's not permanent damage at all, but just like the hurt they were causing for the collective, the burdens they were placing on them, the effect they were having on their self-worth, on the way they viewed themselves spiritually, was having so much more of a, it didn't weigh out. Like, nothing 3D wise, no kind of resource that they could provide 3D wise would amount to the harm they were placing on the collective. So this is also the collective telling us we are receiving our abundance, we are receiving our reward, because we stayed humble, we stayed on the righteous path, and we didn't let this harm us. We saw through it. We saw it for what it was. And Spirit's saying that we will be rewarded for our burdens, for this strife, for this hardship that we went through. Yeah, we brought an end to it. We gave it the sword. We saw through it. Spirit brought clarity over the situation. And we ended that battle. We cut off our enemy clean, quick, abruptly. Yeah, the enemy, we saw through that deceit. We saw through the trickery. I'm hearing that the enemy revealed themselves. They were, I'm getting the picture of this person dropping swords, like as if the swords are, like they're stealing these swords. Yeah, trying to steal the collective's swords, their clarity, their weapon against this battle, trying to put them at a disadvantage, trying to steal where they may have appeared in the 3D as they were lifting the collective up, providing them with resources, helping them move forward on their path. In the background, in the spiritual realm, they were doing quite the opposite. They were stealing from the collective, stealing their energy, stealing their mental clarity, their intellect, their intuition, and their connection to the divine, making them doubt their ranking and their worth, their value to the divine, their mission. So, yeah. We left the collective feeling wounded. They wanted to end you. They wanted to end you so that they could claim you, so that they could claim your energy. It's all this entity. It's they were being used by this entity because they are very low vibration. Yeah. But you saw through that and you cut them out. Clean. So now you get to receive your abundance. Oh, wow. So yeah, this is amazing. Let me see if there's any more clarifications in this little personal deck I have. Yeah, I'm just hearing you cut them out clean. Anything else, Spirit, please, to clarify this energy, situation? Yeah, I'm just hearing that the collective's health is being restored, their vitality, their energy. We have W, X, Y, and Z. Wow. For my situation, that completely fits. So, let me relate. yeah, I'm just hearing Spirit completely backs you and will provide a way. No matter what this person may make you feel like you need them for, that's all part of their tactic. And that's part of why the entity chose to use their vessel as a host, because it matched up with what the collective needed at the time. But again, there's nothing in existence that they could provide or try and offer that would outweigh the hurt and destruction they're causing in your life. Spirit wants to come in and heal you. Spirit wants to come in and just pour love into you, pour blessings into you, pour this abundance into you and your life and your family, but needs you to cut out each and every energy that this entity attachment is involved with. Anyone that doesn't truly love you, anyone who does not have your highest purpose or your highest, have a good intention for you. You are safe, loved, and protected. Spirit wants you to know how protected you are, that you have a spiritual team that is backing you 100%. Yeah, and no earthly support can compare to your spiritual support. We have summer. This may have happened in the summer. We are ending out the summer now, entering fall, entering harvest season. Yeah, these people were energy harvesting off of you. And now that the biggest harvest is coming in, they gotta go. We have Leo. Yeah, with Leo, like lion energy I'm getting, feline energy, strength. The collective showed their true self, and this scared the enemies. This also revealed to you that these were your enemies when you showed your true self, and you may have not even realized that this was happening. It just happened naturally. Your enemies did not know how to react, so their energy it was very off, because they didn't know what to do. They were frantic. It was that Eight of Wands energy, that quick in and out, like frantic, here today, gone tomorrow, because they didn't want to show themselves anymore, because they knew that their mask was off. They knew that as much as they saw who you were, you saw who they were. And I'm hearing with the 8-8 portal, that became a lot stronger. It ripped the masks off even more. Wow. So yeah, that was their tactic of like trying to disguise themselves, because they couldn't, because their power was gone, because yeah, that power they were abusing through harvesting off of you, that they used for bad, they used to fuel their facade, their fake mask. Their ability was gone. Their gifts were stripped of them, although they didn't use their gifts in the right way. They weren't even their gifts to begin with because they stole them. So, yeah, the energy they were harvesting off of you, they used to try and conceal themselves. And then when they couldn't do that anymore, they tried to conceal themselves physically by hiding physically. They couldn't hide spiritually anymore, so they tried to hide physically. That's funny. Open your heart. Yeah, this may have been a little bit, you know, difficult to the heart, but do not let it affect your ability to love. Do not let it affect your ability to trust. I hope that this reading helps each and every one of you see truly the reasonings behind all of this spiritual warfare that was going on, and that it's not a reflection of you, it's not a reflection of the world. It is the darkness of the world, and that's exactly what we came here to eradicate, I'm hearing. So if anything, let this fuel you with more love for yourself and others, because you have this understanding, you have this clarity of what we are here for and how safe, loved, and protected you really are because of this understanding, because we've come out of this glorious, I'm hearing, righteous, excuse me, yeah, sorry, my brain's a little tired. And we have blonde hair. And ground yourself. This is a great time to ground yourself because there's been a lot of spiritual warfare. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of battles happening in the spiritual realm. So yeah, take some time to ground yourself in whatever way that you like to do that. I've been going outside, and that's really, really beneficial for me, like getting in touch with nature, God's creation, the earth. Spend time with those that you love, that you trust, your true supportive team here on earth. Take time with those people. And I'm also hearing to interact with those people, to give and receive from those people, because it will replenish you. God wants to work through these true, honest people to give you the blessings that you deserve. Whether that, in whatever that may look like, even if it's just wishing you a good day, or just telling you you're doing an amazing job. There are good people that Spirit has aligned in your life, and if you don't feel like you have anyone like that, Spirit is wanting to align those people with you, You must decide to cut these negative energies out, though. These dishonest energies that don't have a good intention for you. So I'm gonna get a heart and soul. We'll end it out with this message. Spirit's just saying that they are so proud of each and every one of us, that we're all doing this together, and that the plan is going exactly as it should and is meant to. And they're very excited, and that they're sending in all the support that we need. And they're very excited and proud of us for not being fooled by this fake support. It's time for God's children to reign, I'm hearing. It's time for God's children, for the collective, to inherit the earth, to take these high-ranking positions from the enemies. Spirit, if you'd please give us some advice for the collective, a final message. Final message, please, Spirit, for the collective regarding this situation. This is very pretty. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So this says, oh, from this I'm getting a starship. And then these look like snakes. So this, the collective is, shooting through all these snakes. We are blasting at the speed of light through all of these enemies and just knocking all of the enemies off our course at the speed of light. That's beautiful. Because we are the star. And we lead this ship. We lead this journey. God leads this journey. There's nothing that any evil dark force can do, because the power that we hold through Spirit is incomparable. It's I can't put my finger on the word, but it's more power. It's the most power in existence. Yeah. So all is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Yeah, that's another thing. These enemies do not align with the collective and their values. Believe in your dream. Oh, so that's how you can know who these enemies are in your life. If they don't align with you and don't have your same values, they're not working for the collective. Plain and simple. Believe in your dream. Love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. It's time to manifest in our dream life. Now that the enemies are out of our path, they can't affect our abundance, they can't affect our manifestations. Yeah, we are co-creating with the divine, and the divine only. Work towards, it says, but you must take action also. That's what it's time to do. Take action on this. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams. I'm getting that our life is able to be our primary focus now, because we have weeded out these enemies. they are no longer able to distract us. And that's how our manifestations are going to come in super quickly, because we're going to be focusing solely on what the divine has planned for us, our dream life, what we want to co-create with the divine. Yeah, them pulling on our energy was affecting our ability to manifest, because we need all of our energy in order to really ground that into the 3D. So get ready, guys. It's aligned. It's Spirit wants to give it to us, and we have cleared the path to receive it. It's time. Get ready, I'm hearing. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first. I'm also hearing Spirit say, it's time to put in the work. We've been putting in the work. Now continue to put in the work. Don't let this realization of the spiritual warfare going on, if anything, let it fuel you with excitement and motivation to work harder, because the path has been cleared. Don't think about the tireless times that you have been working and not seeing reward. We now understand why that is. The path is cleared. Continue to put in the work. If anything, put in more. Put in more energy, put in more focus, put in more drive. But Spirit is saying it won't feel like work anymore, because the path has been cleared. The resistance has been cleared. There is no resistance anymore. So yeah, things are going to manifest seamlessly. It's going to be so much easier. Dreams are first envisaged. I don't know what that word means. But then they must be built. I'm also hearing from that word that I don't know what it means. Envisioned. Dreams are first envisioned, but then they must be built. So we've been putting in the intention, putting in a request to the spiritual realm. Now it's time for these to be built, to be grounded here in the 3D. You will succeed if you work at it. Yeah, Spirit's ready to bring in this abundance. We have put in the work, and I don't see any of us slacking up now. If anything, if you have a spirit of the divine, you're going to work even harder now that this path has been cleared. Yeah, so hold on to hope, guys. Let this recent win from the spiritual battle fuel you with enthusiasm and motivation to bring in this abundance. And remember that you deserve this. We all deserve this. This is a reallocation of the energy from the wicked to the righteous. This is God's children inheriting the earth. This is God's kingdom reigning on earth. It's got so much more meaning than just the collective being rewarded, the collective receiving their abundance, their due diligence. It's so much more than that. So much more than the 3D can even try and that we can put into words, or that can be translated into the 3D. this has such a higher meaning of we are healing the earth. We are doing exactly what we came here to do. And yes, it always was our birthright, us choosing this mission, that we would inherit abundance. But that's not what even truly matters here. Each and every one of us working together is fulfilling God's mission. We are doing what we came here to do. We are healing the planet. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that is on this journey. And it's just so, I'm so blessed and thankful to be able to share in this mission with you guys and to have this platform to share my journey with and my interpretation of energy with you all. And I just thank you guys so much for sharing in this journey with me and allowing for me to read energy for you guys. It's so special, and I do not take this lightly at all. I am so thankful and excited for it. So I thank you all so much for being here and sharing in our presence. It's been wonderful. And I'm excited for each and every one of us. Things are definitely looking up from here, and yeah, it's time to receive our blessings, guys. Let's do it. All right. I'll see you in the next video, Soul Family.